Good morning students, I am Penil, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Pondicherry College of Engineering. So in this video class, I am going to teach you 3 address code, how to implement 3 address code and what is 3 address code. Okay. So why we are using 3 address code in compiler designers, in order to perform intermediate code generation, we need this 3 address code. And you remember this 3 address code mostly performed by the compiler, clear, and based on some memory, clear. Okay, so you should remember a few points about this 3 address code. First one is the right side at most have one operator, clear. That means T1 equal to A, the right side, or A plus B, one or one more operator. Right side have one operator at least, okay. And for example, see, if x plus y star z is some expression, if I translate this into 3 address code as y plus z, I am going to save in another one temporary memory T1, okay. Then x plus, this is already saved in one temporary memory, okay. So x plus T1, right. How this T1 comes? Already y plus z is saved in T1. I performed y plus z, y star z, and I used to saved in one temporary memory, that is T1. Then again T2 is x plus T1, the value I can derive, okay. What is the advantage? See, once again I need x plus y star z, but once again I don't want to perform this subtraction again, clear. I can derive from one memory, temporary memory. That is the main purpose of 3 address code, clear. And here T1 and T2, I told you, know, T1 and T2, that is a temporary memory that is performed by the compiler. That means that is generated by the compiler, okay. The programmer is not going to generate T1 or T2, clear. And this 3 address code mostly represented by syntax tree or DAG representation. You know what is DAG, right? Directed acyclic graph. I will explain you what is DAG, okay. One small example is for DAG representation. See, a plus a star b minus c plus b minus c into d, okay. This is the expression. What is DAG? Directed acyclic graph, clear. So what is the use of this DAG is, if you have one or more expression, same expression, then we can perform this in a syntax tree in only one expression. For example, see, this expression have b minus c and b minus c. 2 times b minus c we have in this expression. So one time we can perform in this graph, okay. So how this is implemented is, see, first b minus c, we have to write b minus c. So this b minus c is I written b minus c, okay. Then a star b minus t is there, a star b minus c is there, clear. So what I am going to do is a and star is an operator, again b minus c is there, a star b minus c is here, okay. Then a plus a star b minus c, okay. See, I told you the DAG, use of DAG is, if you have one or more expression, the same expression having in your one or more value or terms having in the expression, we can write only one time. So the thing is a plus a star b minus c, already a is there, so only one time we can represent. That is the advantage of DAG. So what we are going to do is, we will use plus and simply we will put arrow from a to plus, okay. So this means a star b minus c, and once again this a plus a star b minus c. Can you understand? Can you understand? Okay, it's not, expression is not going to finish. We finished till this, okay. Then b minus c is already there, right, into d. So one arrow from here, star d. What it means is a star b minus d, also b minus c plus star d, b minus c star d. Again plus is there, so we will use one plus and we will connect the arrow like this, clear. So this is DAG. Once again, what is the use of DAG? If you have 2 or more variables or terms in this expression, we can derive, we can draw the directed acyclic graph and there only one expression, use of only one expression, okay. That's what I told you. A we have 2 times, b minus c we have 2 times. So in this graph only one time b minus c is there, a is there. but this graph shows or represent, this graph represent see a plus a star b minus c plus in b minus c into d. This is the DAG representation. Clear? So I told you we can represent 3 address code using DAG or syntax tree. Clear? So this how to construct 3 address code. See what I am going to do, this one is I am going to place in T1. So T1 equal to b minus c. Okay, so this is T1 equal to b minus c. Then T2 equal to a star, already this is T1. Clear? Already this is T1. So a star T1. So the whole thing is T2. Clear? Then again I want to have another one expression a plus yeah, this is over, and again I have another one expression T3 equal to a plus this term. So a plus, already this present in where? T2. So a plus T2. Clear? And then I need this expression I am going to express. So T4 equal to, already this is T1 star D, and T5 equal to T3, because this is T3 plus this is T4. So like this this is the way to construct a 3 address code from the graph, from the syntax tree. Clear? So and microprocessor or somewhere you studied 3 address code, some instructions, right? That is some operator or some instructions you may study. See, in assignment instruction, the form is x equal to y operator is set. Okay, it may be x equal to a plus b, y operator is z, x equal to or a equal to b plus c. This is the form. Some assignment instruction, a equal to b plus c. This is the form x equal to y operator is z, that's form. Okay, that means this is x, this is operator equal to, this is y, this is operator, and this is another one term. Okay, this is assignment. B and C is addition, this is addition, B and C is added and is assigned where A. That is the thing. Okay, and some another instruction is there, unary instruction, x equal to plus A or minus A, something. Okay, and some copy instruction, x equal to y, that is a equal to 10, number also there. So 10 is copied into a, or a equal to b is copied into a, that is copy instruction. And unconditional jump instruction and conditional jump instruction, this we know. Unconditional jump instruction, we are not going to give condition. For example, if there is a statement, from here we are making the pointer to jump some other procedure. Okay, so this is unconditional jump. Simply I will use go to L1, this is L1, go to L1. Okay, conditional jump means if there is the condition, I mean if the condition is satisfied, then go to another one procedure. That is if x go to L, that is conditional jump. Clear? Okay, then procedure call, you know, procedure we have x1, x2, x3 and call p comma n, this is the procedure. Okay, and indexed copy, it is in the form x equal to y, one indexed array value y of I, or x equal to y of z of j, etc. And addressed or pointer means x equal to this ampersand, it represents addressing mode, and the star represents pointer mode. Okay, so this already we studied. Okay, so this is the form of some instructions, that is 3 address code. We are going to use these instructions. So this is the form of some instructions. Clear? And next one is implementation of 3 address code. So there is a 3 types of implementation. One is quadruples, triples, and another one is indirect triples. Okay, quadruples, triples, indirect triples. So these 3 have some format. Okay, so quadruples have 4 values or 4 parameter, that is operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. Okay, so this quadruples have operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. So how to implement 3 address code? We can implement 3 address code by using quadruples, or we can implement 3 address code by using triples, or we can implement 3 address code by using indirect triples. Okay, so quadruples means just remember it has 4 fields: operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. Okay, triples means it has 3 fields. One is operator, argument 1 and argument 2. There is no result field. So instead of the result field, the values going to be represent for implementing 3 address code. Indirect triples means triples plus list of pointers. Okay, so one by one I am going to explain. So just remember how to implement 3 address code. We can implement 3 address code by using triples, quadruples and indirect triples. Okay, quadruples 4 fields, triples 3 fields, indirect triples, triples plus pointer. Clear? Okay, so I told quadruples, first one is quadruple. Quadruple have 3 fields. That is field is see argument, I can write operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. There is a 4 field. Okay, we can implement the quadruples by using 4 fields: argument 2 and result. Okay, right. So let's take one small example. A equal to B star C minus B star C plus B star minus C plus B star minus C. Okay, this is the example. A equal to B star minus C plus B star minus C. Minus C is nothing but unary, that is signed is minus. So C is unary minus. Okay, so the C value is minus value, that is negative, unary minus. Okay, so let us take this example, and first you have to convert this into 3 address code. First I am going to take T1 equal to this minus C. Okay, that is unary minus U minus C. Okay, U minus C, and T2 equal to B star minus C. So what I want to do, B star, already unary minus is where T1, so B star T1. Clear? And T3 equal to this minus C, that is T3 equal to unary minus C. Okay, again T4 equal to B star, this C is present where T3. Clear? And T5 equal to this one plus this one, so T2 plus T4, and A equal to T5. So this is the 3 address code for the given expression, Clear? How to implement this 3 address code in quadruples, that is the rule, quadruples. Clear? So see, I told you quadruples have 4 values: operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. Okay, so first you take first 3 address code. T1 equal to unary minus C. So unary minus C is an operator minus, so we can write U minus. Okay, first one is operator. Clear? And second, what argument is, I have C, argument 1 is C, so we can implement or represent first one is yes, and result is T1. Clear? This is the first 3 address code expression. See, T1 equal to unary minus C1. So what operator is U minus. So I mentioned U minus as an operator, and argument 1 is C and result is T1. Second one is T2 equal to B star T1. Clear? Which one is operator? Star is an operator. So I am going to write star as an operator, and argument 1 is B, argument 2 is T2. Okay, and result is argument 1 is T1, argument 2 is T1, and result is T2. So implemented. Clear? Third one is T3 equal to unary minus C. Well, which one is operator? U minus is an operator, and C is an argument, and T3 is a result. Clear? and T4 equal to B star T3. Tell me which one is operator. Star is an operator. So I have mentioned star is an operator, B is an argument 1 and T3 is an argument 2 and T4 is a result. T4 is a result. Okay, and finally A equal to T5. A equal to T5. A is a result. A is a result, equal to is an operator, and first argument is T5. T5. So like this we can represent or implement this 3 address code in quadruples way. Okay, this is the quadruples implementation. And second one is triples implementation. I told in triple we have 3 arguments, only 3 arguments. One is operator, argument 1 and argument 2. Argument 2. There is no, this is we can represent 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe one is missing, I think. This is missing, T5. Okay, once again we can write T5, this expression. T5 is a result, T5 is a result, E plus is an operator, and T2 is an argument 1, T4 is an argument 2. Okay, that is quadruple, and this is triples. See, only 3 argument, only 3. Okay, first one, operator. See, unary minus is an operator, U minus is an operator, we know, and argument 1 is C, right? There is no result, but instead of the result we have to mark it as indexed memory, that is 0. That is T1, it's present in 0, that is our memory. Clear? And second one, T2 equal to B minus C. So same as operator is star, and argument 1 is B, argument 2 T1. Instead of T1, what do we want to write? 0. Okay, because it pointed as 0. Clear? We are not going to write T1, but that memory location is mentioned, that is 0. So here this is 1, it is indexed as 1. And T3 equal to unary minus 0, same as U minus, here it is C, but T3 in the sense, this is second one, okay, memory location 2. And T4 equal to B star T3. So T4 equal to B star T3. So operator is star, and B is an argument 1. And instead of T3, what you want to mention? 2, number 2, memory location number 2. And this is saved in number third location. Okay. Now this is over, right? T4. Yes, T5 is equal to T2 plus T4. So T2 means 1, right? So operator is plus, T2 means 1, memory location 1. This is T2. And T4 means 3, memory location 3. Clear? Okay, and this is placed in 4. Finally, A equal to T5. So equal to is an operator, A is an argument. So T5 means it is memory location 4. Clear? So this is the triples, quadruples, triples. And indirect triples is, I told you, triples, this table plus pointer. Additionally you have to mention a pointer. Clear? For example, the 0, 1, 2, 3 is an operator, right? 0, 1, 2, 3 is a memory location. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in triples we got 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. And here it is a pointer. Pointer, it may be pointed in another location. Maybe you can write like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you don't ask me whether we want to write 10, 11, 12. No. Whatever pointer it is assigned by the compiler, that you can write. Okay. So the meaning is triples location is this, but pointer location is this. So pointer plus triples, that is called indirect triples. Okay. So this is very important question, 3 address code. You should know what are the 3 address code. We have statements and operators, and you should know how to implement 3 address code. Based on 3 statement, we are implement 3 address code: quadruples, triples, indirect triples. Quadruples have 4 argument, 4 field, triples have 3 field, and indirect triples have triples plus pointer. So this is the way to express that implement the 3 address code. Okay. Next video class I am going to teach you type checking. Okay. Thank you.